Hey guys, we're going to talk a little bit about spider mites. They are a plant pest and they'll turn the plant brown. They're most often observed in springtime in Florida when it's hot and dry. The 80 degrees seems to be their best development stage, and they have an egg, larva, two pupal stages, and then the adult. From egg to adult, I want to say usually takes anywhere, depending on conditions, 5 to 20 days, somewhere in that range. Again, dependent on temperature and things like that. And 2 to 4 weeks, the females will live, and they can produce hundreds of eggs in that lifespan. The eggs are encased or kind of supported in a real fine silk. And again, under the conducive conditions, they hatch, and I'll show you what they look like and what the damage looks like and things like that. So here is the hedge, Viburnum odoratissimum hedge, and you can see that browning that I was talking about on there. That's usually your indicator of spider mites when the conditions are conducive, hot, dry, spring-like conditions. A lot of times rain will wash them off during the rainy season. So that's what that looks like. You can take a white piece of paper or something, put it under there and shake it really good. And if you know what you're looking for, you'll see the little spider mites running around. A lot of times you'll see thrips, flower thrips. This is flowering, but they trimmed it, so all the flowers are gone. But anyway, you'll see various things on there, and if you know what you're looking for, you can diagnose. And then there's another plant over here that has a real issue with spider mites, and that is this Italian cypress. You can see the same thing. You see the browning in there rather than it being green. Junipers and all that kind of stuff have issues with spider mites as well. So we'll do another video as well on the Italian cypress and real issues with it being used in Florida. Alternatives are better for sure because it just doesn't want to grow here. But anyway, that's what spider mite damage looks like. Real indicator that they're there. Sometimes they can be hard to control, especially the two-spotted spider mite. So instead of insecticides, if you're not getting control, if you don't have diagnosis of or confirmation that it's two-spotted, you may need to switch to a miticide, which will give you better results, better control, and be able to get them off your plants so they can look beautiful again. So here's the paper test, and you can see if I zoom in on these little guys, that is what spider mites look like walking around on the paper. There's one up here. And if we were to smear him, you see the blood. So that would be the same thing on the glove test. If you run your gloves through there, gloved hand, clasping them together and run it through the foliage, you'll get that smear, and that will be your confirmation that they're there, they're active, and you need to do something to control them.